Hi there, it's Angela Critters from North Carolina. Welcome in. We're making a delicious one-pot dinner tonight. And it's so wonderful because the pasta cooks in the sauce with no water, so you don't have to carry hot pasta pots around the kitchen. So I've already gotten started with boneless, bite-sized chicken breasts that I have cut up. I use 2 big fat breasts. You use between 2 and 3. And I've got a little bit of olive oil and some butter. And I'm going in and adding some Italian seasoning. I've got a teaspoon. I'm adding my spices now because the chicken's going to be taken out. And I've got half a teaspoon of garlic. So after the chicken turns brown, it's out of here. And it's going to sit on a plate and then go back in. So I've also got onion chopped fine, 3 garlic cloves, but I'm not adding them until I take out the chicken because they're going to flavor my pasta and my sauce. So this should only take 5 minutes to brown. I'm now going to add onion and garlic to the pot. The chicken cooked. It's cooling. My garlic is going in. Fresh garlic. I had the powdered garlic when I cooked the chicken. And now I'm going to put in my onion. And I'm going to cook it till the onion's clear real quick. So I'm going to cook this about 2 to 3 minutes, I guess. My garlic and onions running clear now. Cooked 3 minutes. So I'm going to throw in a 24-ounce jar of any marinara sauce. I'm using Prego, just because that's what I have on hand. But anything that you like would be fine. And then this is what makes this so good. You're supposed to use chicken broth, but I'm using vegetable. I might eat some of the pasta, and I don't eat chicken. So I'm going to fill this up with my broth. I'm going to fill my entire thing up. And if it doesn't have enough, which it won't, I don't think. Oh, it does, good. I was going to say you could add water, but you want this completely full. So now my sauce and my onions are getting married. Now I'm going to pour in my broth. And I'm going to bring it to a boil. Whoa, baby. I'm a messy cook. Have you ever noticed? It's because I was a mail carrier when my kids were in college and my hands don't work real good. So I have a tendency to drop and throw things. So my stovetop is always a mess. A big mess. So now I'm going to turn this up and I'm going to bring it to a boil and then I'm going to put in my pasta. So my pasta water, well actually my vegetable water, and my marinara is starting to boil. I had a little bit of spaghetti sauce stuck in here, so I put a tiny bit of water and shook it up. I want to make sure I get all that good flavor. Now, if you're doing gluten-free, don't do this part. But at the end, I'm going to put a sprinkling of toasted breadcrumbs across the top to kind of get that Parmesan flavor. But if you're doing gluten-free noodles and you don't want to do that, that's okay. Okay, I'm boiling again since I added the extra water. I'm going to put in my chicken, which, like I said, I cooked till it was done. It was about 5 minutes because it's bite-sized pieces. This is a real inexpensive meal because the chicken goes so far. You could easily feed a family of 4 or 5 if you had children with this. So now I'm going to put in half of my box. No, this is a whole 16 ounces. I'm going to put in the whole box. It's 16 ounces of any shortcut pasta, rigatoni, penne, just whatever you like. I'm using the penne. So I'm now going to cover this And I'm going to turn it down, and I'm going to walk away from it for 10 to 15 minutes, but I am going to check on it. So let me turn it down and put a lid on it. I'm grating up a little bit of fresh Parmesan. This kind of dish, that's the one thing I think you should blow your money on, is a block of fresh Parmesan. I'm using Italian season blend for the other part of the cheese. It uses two kinds. So I could have done a block of mozzarella, but I like the mixed Italian cheeses. So I'm grating my Parmesan. I think I used half a cup to start. Yes, I do. My cheese won't go on until my noodles are cooked, and they've got a few more minutes. Here we go. Now that the pasta is cooked al dente, I'm going to put in my cheeses. I'm putting in half a cup of my freshly grated Parmesan. And I'm going to put in 1 cup of mozzarella Italian blend. That's half of this bag. And then that's going to cook 2 to 3 more minutes. And then I'll be back for the crowning touch. Oh, and real quick, I'm going to put in my pepper. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And a little bit of salt. Salt to taste. And I tasted it, and it does need a little bit of salt. So I'm going to stir this in and cover it again. The cheese is melted now, and I'm going to put on 1 more little layer of cheese. And my breadcrumbs that I toasted. Now this is optional, but this makes it taste kind of like real Parmesan cheese with the breading. So that's going to go on there, and then I'm going to put a little bit more cheese, and I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes and let that cheese ooze down over the top with the breadcrumbs. So if this is your first time making a one-pot dish, I think you'll love it. So let me put the cheese on. I forgot the cheese because I was talking. 1 second. And this is just going to go all across the top, and it's just going to ooze down. So it's going to sit about 3 to 5 minutes. So I did use almost my entire bag of cheese. I probably could have used the whole thing. So it's going to continue cooking. There we are. Chicken Parmesan in a pot with no water. Ready to serve. I've got garlic bread. And this is just like it's come out of the oven, except it's been in a one-pot dish. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you try this and enjoy it. Let me know in the comments